Okay. Well, let's run the scan and see what we got moving. Quite a bit. It's looking like quite a bit. I don't know why my trading view isn't popping up, but we still got Thinkorswim. Okay. Oh, Thinkorswim finally popped up. That was weird. Okay. Okay. So that's an interesting uptick right there. Oh wait, this is 4 hour. That's the problem. Okay. Yeah, this is an interesting uptick, but it looks like we're late. Um, Too late in the morning to trade this because it's already crashing down and failing. So, oh, looks like we're getting some activity here. Um, Drone deal. So we do have news. It's just more of a question of whether it's burned out or not. Oh, it's a leverage ETF. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but who does it? ONDS, and ONDS is an $8. So we have a 2x leverage ETF for an $8 stock. That is bizarre. Bizarre. Um, yeah. So it doesn't seem to be moving barely at all. Um, but actually, the volume on the actual stock that the ETF is for is pretty good. Um, it's not too bad. I mean, we'll put it on the watch list, but it's not so good. This one is spiking volume, but I can already tell it's failed. Um, that's failing. Iron, huh? With an ETF, it's moving pretty good. That just looks like it's already failing to me. And unless we catch support from this level here to have another fluctuation up, I don't see a point. I really don't. Um, Again, failing stocks. There's so much that's moved like crazy. You see, this, if I was a short, I'd be waiting for this to finish failing, you know? Um, Damn. We looked away for 2 seconds and ONDG is on the move. Um, Crap. Can we still get in? We got news, we got VWAP, we have no moving averages, but we do have support from the structure. So it's going to be a C tier trade if we do get in. This one kind of set up kind of quickly. I don't even think, like, we really did miss the move, if I'm being 100% honest. Um, we probably should have got in on that last candle. We completely missed the move on that, unfortunately. And that's okay. We can't get FOMO. We get FOMO. Um, you know, we're gonna lose it. Signal. You mean no signal? Weird. Yeah, my mic's working fine. And then this just started to dump. Things are dumping. Uh, Dude, I can't find anything. This was the only one, and we missed it. That's kind of aggravating. I know it's a little late in the morning, but what is this, dude? So we're talking after hours yesterday, 1400 Pacific. We ran up, and then what? This is middle of the night. Overnight session, by the way. Screams up 2100 Pacific, all the way up, and at the crack of the day starts crashing, and nothing has stopped it since. Dude, that is crazy. I am going to price risk in on ONDG just out of curiosity because oh, why are my windows doubled? That's not even the right. Um, yeah, it should be. Okay, got the watch list at the bottom now. Yeah, I'm gonna price in the risk just in case we get like a pullback, but um, I don't even see it. Yeah. It's so far away from the stop that the most that I could buy right now is 4 or 5 shares to have proper risk management, honestly. Once again though, if we get a bullish retracement, I'm willing to check it out again, but for now, I just this is something that I actually would keep an eye on because like I was saying, if I was a short, I'd be in right now, but the buyers could absorb here. So I'm actually going to keep an eye on this because if the buyers absorb, then and we turn bullish again and we use this VWAP as support, then we're kind of in a good position here because the sell off was kind of messy. If we look at the volume footprint, we don't have a very clear situation of trapped buyers. We just kind of have this messy, choppy sell off. It's not clean at all. Um, which is fine, but I definitely would like to see this hold. So, um, we have good things going for it. Let me just check the quality of this trade um, first. Actually, let me price the risk. And then after we price the risk, I'll check the quality. So 199 would be our stop on this. Okay, so news. Do we have news? This is all 2 days ago. No news. Okay. Um, analyze. Not me, no company. Okay. Well, we've done failed the IPO apparently. Very bad. We've held up, down, up, down, up, down, right around $2, just constantly. So we actually might be holding here, but this could also just fail. So I want to see a bit of proof. I don't trust this. So we have VWAP. We don't have structure really. We don't have moving averages, and we don't have news. So right now, I need to see some support from structure form because this curvature is just kind of like we've fallen below the support level. So this isn't even a tier trade for me because there's nothing proving whether this holds VWAP or goes down. It's just the fact that it is. So without an explanation, I don't like that. Um, I truly don't. But what I will do is um, go ahead and set up brackets just in case. But um, the volume is concerning. Not getting a ton. Once again, we're holding VWAP, but we're failing bullish momentum. Still looking at ONDG on the side here. Um, it's interesting, but I don't see a in yet. Buy side imbalance at the bottom here, but I mean, once again, look at the orders stacked to the sell side. So every time we go up, we just have all these passive limit orders get absorbed into the market and then push it down, push it down, push it down. I need to see the bid size stack. Like, look at this. Bid size 754, ask size 7,700. And this is not just one exchange. This is a couple exchanges where we have these numbers. And honestly, some exchanges are even worse. See, it went down as it popped up. See, now we have a more even situation where now the buyers are in control, but now we're just getting absorbed. See, like we're not coming out of this range. And honestly, what I'm really looking at to determine the momentum here is really some structure support because we have nothing else. I have no news. That was 2 days ago. That does not count in my book, right? So if that's 2 days ago, well then we should have had a run here on the 20th when news came out. Instead, today's the 22nd, and we have a run today, which makes no sense. So, um, okay, now we have a candle here. We have this kind of VWAP. We're starting to build a support structure. Starting to. Um, just check the overall market. So, overall market's pushing up. So, I'm tempted to get in with some small share size on this. Some real small share size. Yep, I'm getting in small share size. Bam. What happened? That's not a fractional order. What are you talking about? Why is it not auto send? What happened to my settings? Oh yeah, I had to clear my catch because Thinkorswim decided to bug out on me. Get my stop sets 199. Now we could just reject aggressively out of this. Like this could be a bad trade. Um, but I'm okay with accepting that. Or remove my take profit and use discretionary take profits on this. Just have the hard stop. I just have to pay attention. So far, oh, we just had a ton of cells come through. Our biggest problem is going to be, are we going to stay inside the zone, or are we going to break this 210? And so far, looking at the volume footprint, we have kind of a messy situation now. ONDG over on our side tab here, uh, on our watch, is raging up. Um, really was the best trade, and we missed it, unfortunately, because we weren't really prepared. But overall, the whole market's pulsing up, so that's kind of in our favor here. Um, so that does support what we got going. Now, if the market starts pulsing down, then we need to start looking for some exits because we don't seem to be in a divergence with the market here. So now we're coming up to that 210. Um, so we want to be watching our time and sales and seeing what prices are coming through. Right now we're at the 208s, 85, 209, a lot of 208s, 207. Yeah, we're rejecting off of that 210. I'm gonna take off 2 shares at 210. Actually, it looks like we're gonna break, but I'm gonna go ahead and take off 2 shares at 210. Of course, they're making me move my stop to do it. Well, we're now on a soft stop again until this order comes through. But all it's got to do is click that 210 and we'll get 2 shares off. That way we have some profit in the bags. I mean, I could go to 209. That's probably the smart thing to do because if it goes to 210, it's going to break above and through. So I'm going to go to 209, take off 2 to force us into the profit and give us some buffer room. And then, yeah, as soon as we have enough liquidity coming in at 209, we'll be good again. We're getting a lot of buying at the top of this 5 minute candle, but there's no imbalances. So yeah, there's our push through. Now this could reject aggressively, wick through and reject aggressively and go back down, but we're kind of up ahead enough now to where I'm like, okay, like it's not a big deal. Our next sell, we're gonna sell 3 at 215. Now we have other stocks raging. Let me actually make this another 2 shares. We have other stocks that are raging. Um, so it's not out of line. Our soft stop is no longer going to be at 2. We are going to put our soft stop down at 202. So if we hit 202, um, and we don't see momentum, we're going to get out. Now, if we can build a nice pullback here into a continuation, that would be great. And the main thing I'm looking for right now is the continuation because I have done nothing the past week but cut my winners short. See, I've already sold a tiny bit. I've already secured a tiny bit of profit. So that means even if I go break even, which my entry price is 2045, um, even if I go break even, I'm okay. So even if I go break even, I'm okay. Once again, we seem to be holding near the top. And the market, S&P 500 is continuing to push up. So we still have strength on the day. Um, so this is holding. S&P 500 is pushing higher. So it actually looks like we're lagging a little bit behind the S&P. So if we're lagging on this push, that means within the next 2 minutes we should get another aggressive push. Oh crap, I am dumb. I should have went in here with B tier risk. I was focused on something else. I should have went in with B tier risk. Well, no, I did. I went in with C tier. I had the RSI. I didn't really have true structure support, thank God. Yeah, that's not very good structure support. So it was a C tier trade. I had RSI, I had VWAP, and what? Why am I blanking? VWAP and structure. Yeah, I had a little bit of structure support. Very little. It was barely a C tier trade. If I'm being honest, I kind of squeezed it out. Dude, this short is crazy. Crazy. In 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. We are talking. Matter of like 15 minutes. We go from, or 10 minutes. 35 cents, 44 cents, opens at 41 cents, drops down lower than the stock opened, all within 5 minutes. That is insane. See, even stocks like this, these have no. Sorry, that last one did not open. I read that wrong. My bad. It was that was a wick. Uh, does not open. Once again, we're wicking around the 210 level, but I see a ton of buy orders of 210 coming through the time and sales. So once again, it could be trap buyers, but looking at my volume footprint, those are sell orders at the top. Like all we need to do is push the momentum higher. Now I'm getting some imbalances. We have to push higher, otherwise this is a sell indicator. Okay, once again, pushing higher while the sell delta is coming through on the volume footprint. This that was a volatile push upwards, and but it has a buy imbalance and a sell imbalance. So that's once again, this is moving a little crazy. Um, but if actually our resistance is 215, so we should be in at 214 in order to actually get the sell off. So all we got to do is chop up. We're getting 212s in the time of sales. It's close to 213s. If we get some there's some 213s. If we can get some more 213s and 13.5s, uh, we'll probably get our 214 off. Oh, yep, all we got to do is click up. Okay, we have 3 more shares long. I'm gonna go ahead and look at priors. Okay, to determine my next sell point. So prior highs, our next resistance, that's pretty high up. So we just broke this previous here. Um, basically we're breaking above that. So the next major resistance point is gonna be like 250s. So I'm not even gonna have an order in. I'm just gonna discretionarily watch this because I don't see a world where we go that high in the 250s, but really the next resistance point is this 217 mark. We're resisting that 215 heavily. Oh, we just broke strongly into 215 and then absorbed some sellers. Those shorts. But this could be a short. This we could short squeeze through that because the shorts could be getting in 215. That's a very round number, and we could have shorts entering. Um, Once again, I'm not seeing an indication of trapped buyers being the reason that we're losing, having that resistance there. There doesn't necessarily have to be a ton of buy delta at the top to have something reverse and go down, but it's something that is commonly true. Why are my candles white on here? Should be white there. Once again, we're holding the 210 level. That is a key thing right now, is holding that 210 level. And ONDG is just, this is like, watching that stock is the type of thing that will make you blow up an account on another day. Because you were right. You're like, oh, this looks good, but it's not perfect, Um, but I'm willing to take a look at it and wait for it to confirm. And then you just were focused on other stocks, and did not get in. When you were like, this one's good, I know what these ETFs do. They have the no volume thing, and then once the actual stock starts getting a move, they start pumping up. But the S&P 500 just broke high of day, and we're pushing higher aggressively. This is actually great news for this trade right now because then we have market bias in our favor, strong market bias in our favor, and we have lagged behind the S&P 500 on this trade so far. So I'm actually very excited for this next 5 minute period. Now we could fail. We could drop below the support we've created here, but if that happens, we sell in the profit and get out and call it good. Uh, or maybe we'll reduce our position size down to like one or two and add at the bottom if we get momentum again. But for the most part, I don't really do that. I don't usually add. I'm either in and then I usually fade out. Once again, just banging that 215 level. Oh, wow. That was a crazy chop. Crazy chop. I'm actually okay with it though. Got a lot of fear, a lot of panic. Oh, S&P 500 chopped as well down. Okay. So that was kind of a market-wide chop there. If this, I mean, right now what we're really looking at is this level right here. It's like the 206 level. If we don't hold that, then the trade is kind of cooked, you know? It's like, okay, um, let's get out. But once again, we just got a ton of buying at 210 and 211, and I saw one order come through at 212. So once again, we got buyers pushing it back up into the 210, 215 range. We're very range bound right now in this 210, 215, this 5 cent bounce up and down. I think we're losing our range slowly. Actually, no, S&P 500 caught some support, or just kind of holding up a little bit. So lagging behind that, not a huge concern. Once again, my focus has been letting my winners run. So um, most of my trades, I was out in under 10 minutes. This is something to where I am absolutely in, and I don't know, we might be losing it because the S&P 500 is losing it. I'm willing to fade off another share if we bounce high again to that 214 level. If not, if we can't hold this 206 level, I'm kind of out of it. I'm kind of out of it because I mean we have this is really a double top here. You know, I know this is not super strong trapped buyers, but just structure wise, price action wise, like we have this double top here. And this top is slightly lower. This one wicked through due to volatility. This one wicked at 215. But once again, we're getting buys again. So actually, we're forming a level of support. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna let the winner run. I'm not gonna try to white knuckle my profits here. And buy a ton of buys at 211. Actually, we're forming a level of support here. So that actually makes this trade stronger now if we can get some volume back in play. If we can get some volume back in play and we can push through this 215 level, um, once again, I mean, what do we probably what we're looking at? Oh, that's been a common rejection level. We're probably looking at 225. Yeah, 225. No higher than 225 today. 210 sells at 210. Wow. Okay. That's not great. Oh, I mean, this is interesting. It's hard to see when you're just fluctuating. There's not much to go off of. ONDG is kind of topping out around 330. We've got a bid that's stacked heavy. Just chewed that up. We actually had an insane amount of volume traded at 214. This was a key level compared to other levels. Bid's jacked strong again. Dude, this is just one of those where you get irritated because you're just sitting there and it is doing nothing. What is the spread? The spread is 1 cent, so we're pretty liquid here. Did this thing just spike higher? Dude, this has got to be the most aggravating thing. I was like, it's okay. Maybe I'll look at getting in if it continues to hold VWAP. Meanwhile, just rages through. Like that is so annoying. And it happened very quickly. And then you're like, "Oh, well this is not a point to get in. This is," which truly, if it went here, 314 was as high as you wanted to buy this. Being 100% honest, that's as high as you wanted to buy this. Okay, we're looking at this here. The market is starting to slow down for today. So we need to start looking at getting out. Need to start looking at getting out. I don't know how much longer. I mean, we're just kind of fading away. Um, and then we pulse and we absorb. And like the amount of buyers that are holding this at this 110 level, like, is crazy. Like, the sellers are going to give up if this keeps happening. Like, the shorts will give up. Like, I feel like the only thing shorting it is an algorithm at this point. Which I can't. It can't even be shorted. I don't know if other people can short it, but I can't short it for sure. Schwab cannot short it, which is crazy. I am actually going to put in an order to sell 3 shares at 206 because at that point it's kind of a failed trade. And when stuff like this holds like this, like just like okay, just like ONDG, when we were looking at ONDG, right? And it was holding here, and then it hold would not break below VWAP, would not break below VWAP, And then when it finally was, everybody agreed that, hey, this is not breaking below VWAP, it just pushed quickly and rocketed up. See how quick that dropped there? See how quick that dropped? And what do we have here? Buy orders. That is a situation of trapped buyers right there. All these aggressive buyers, all that just went to people with, so look at the stack. Like wham. All these buyers, and we're pushing down. Like this is exactly what could happen here. If we get that, I want to make sure I have a way of getting out quickly and easily. I need to make sure I have a way of getting out quickly. Need to. The fact that we have not just crashed is absurd to me. But I feel it coming. I really do feel it coming. Our volume is falling through the ground. I want to go ahead and get out. Like this is just too slow for me. Like we're failing momentum. I'm gonna put an order at 210. See if I can get out limit. See if we can pulse into it. I can get my sell. If not, we'll move it down to 209. Like there's no volume. There is no volume. Okay, so perspective, 9 o'clock, 233,000, 231,000. Okay. 9:05, 113,000. This is gonna sell. And then it's gonna pulse through the roof now. 9:10, 65,000 volume in 5 minutes. That drop off is something that, like, okay, we have lost momentum, right? This strategy that I'm trading right now is a momentum strategy. If we have no momentum, then it doesn't work. So, look, I can't even get out even though the price is 210 because there's just not enough buyers. There's just not enough buyers. Watch this turn into a short squeeze. Watch this turn into a short squeeze. If this turns into a short squeeze after all this, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I don't even care. Whatever. SMCX. Oh, there we go, and we're out. Oh, SMCI pushing higher. Oh, no way. Wait, if this screams through the roof, I'm gonna be like, what? What? No, it's not. It is not. We're catching volume, but it's really not that much volume. I don't like this because we're already at the high. unless we want to do a pulse trade, which I don't really. I mean, why? Okay, let me just look at my rules before I even. No VWAP, no moving averages. We have RSI, no structure up here, so it's already not a trade. It's already not a trade. So I don't even care. Yeah, and I get it. Look, this is probably gonna. What the hell, man? We just don't. Dude, this better reject 215 because that's crazy. The second I sell, we decide that that's going to be the candle we're done. No, I think we're cooked. I really do. Look at these orders coming in. Like, come on. This is just going to be a trapped buyer candle, and this is going to be the hard rejection into the ground. Um, that's the way I see it. I feel the FOMO creeping in, so think I'm going to call it a day, trading wise, because I feel the FOMO creeping in, and I don't really see a lot of good stuff anyway. So, um, I think let me scan one more time. Crap. I'll scan the scanner just to see, but I doubt it. Yeah, it's not. We don't got nothing. I mean, these are technically good continuations, but I don't really have a trading strategy written in for this, so I'm okay with missing it. Oh, KSCP still holding above that 210. I mean, I could have held through and got a higher sell, made a little more, but whatever. I mean, the whole market's pulsing up now, so it could get its continuation. I mean, whatever. I need to get off the charts before I enter a dumb trade because I feel the FOMO creeping in. I got to be careful because I am holding myself to this standard of letting my winners actually run. So, and we did not hit our target today, which is okay. That's fine. All we had was one C tier trade. So with only one C tier trade, um, to actually make our 1%, we have to have a 2 to 1 winner, 2 to 1 winner to make our 1% realistically, or a little more than a 2 to 1, which is probably not what you're gonna get at 9:20 Pacific, also known as noon Eastern. So it's noon in New York. You're probably not gonna get the big move, right? Now, once again, um, if I would trade a little earlier, which is something that I'm looking into doing now that I have a level of consistency, risk management calculation, all that, I could probably catch a lot more of these moves, a lot more. And the upside would be way stronger. Right now I win a lot, but my the amount that I win on my winners to my downside, or thank God I have a high win rate right now because if not, the amount of, you know, I'd be cooked because my winners are not big enough. They're really not. That is the main problem. The winners need to get a little bigger. I don't have a problem if the winners are small midday, but overall across the day, we need some stronger trades. So